All right, you guys. Hi, it's me, Aisha girl. Okay, it's been a minute. So, story time. It's Sit Down Sunday. Today's Sunday. I'm actually doing an episode on Sunday. Here's the thing. So, I was at work. This had to be about a week and a half ago. And I was talking to one of my regular customers. So, this is a customer that I actually knew from my other store before I transferred to the new store that I'm at. So, I've known him comfortably maybe 5 to 7 years easily. He does work on the strip. I'll just say he works at a casino. We were talking. I was working U-Scan. So that's where people check out their groceries. So, I have free range. I can walk around. I'm not stuck in a check stand. So I was talking to him and we got on the, what were we talking about? Moving, the economy. And then we were talking about the supply chain. And then I think we were talking about how maybe he was looking for a product and wasn't in the store. And we just kind of went from there. I won't really go into depth, but the customer next to us in the other check stand, the U-Scan check stand, kind of chuckled and said, yeah, and I can't remember the comment he made. He made a comment. And the comment went along the lines of like, well, that's nothing, something. I said, do tell, sir. I said, well, would you, and this is I'm very chitty chatty. People that know me. If we go out, I like to network. I like to talk to people. I like to know what they're doing, what their business is. So usually when people talk to me, I say, oh, may I ask what industry you're in or what do you do? So this gentleman, check this out. This gentleman he was the owner here in Vegas of a bottle cap company. So he basically distributes out cans and I hope I'm saying it right, bottles and caps and stuff like that. So we were talking, and so I stopped talking to my other customer to talk to him a little bit, and we're kind of going back and forth. And I said, so I said, I love the way the universe works, because I always like to you'll hear something, say you hear something on the news, or you hear something from your friend, you hear something from your neighbor, and everybody has opinions, everybody interprets stuff different. We could all watch the same news thing on CNBC, and we all can pull something different from it. You get what I'm saying? Facts are facts, opinions are opinions. So this gentleman actually owns the company. He is the boss. He is the owner. He is a boss, not someone working there, not that he heard something. He owns it. And what he was telling me was that his ordering, so for example, he's still waiting from stuff. Like he said, he would go from arrival times, what did he say, 2 to 4 weeks or 2 to 6 weeks, right? A month and a half, give or take, to receive a product. So if he did a big order of like 100,000 boxes of lids or something, it would take 2 to 6 weeks to get it. Now he says it's taking 3 to 6 months. He said he did an order in February of this year, and I do believe today's September 5th, if I'm not mistaken. He still has not received that order. So we're literally talking about February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September. We're in September. 8 months later, he's ordered a shipment, and it still has not came. So we start talking about the ports and how a lot of stuff is stuck up there in LA. Now, if you've been with me for a minute, I was talking about this last year, and now a lot of the channels that I love to watch that are very informative, they're like not fancy, I'm real like not low budget, but I'm just straight to the point. I don't have any snazzy graphics, I just get right to the point. They go into depth with it, and they can probably, I would say, articulate a little bit better what I try to say, but they have, all the facts, and even though I read articles, and I go to sites and look at the analytics and stuff like that, but I don't put that in all my videos. Now the other channels, they do, and I just love it because it really breaks it down, especially if I'm trying to say something or explain something to somebody, especially like a family member. I'll go ahead and just direct them right to the video. I'll send the video right to them so they can actually watch somebody that's a little bit more how can I say, knows a little bit more than me, and they're really doing a great breakdown on what I'm trying to say. Circling back around, this was a gentleman that actually owns a business here in Vegas. I actually personally talked to him, said that the supply chain is basically broken. Things that he's been waiting 8 months for, he just can't get. He said things that would take two to 6 weeks now take 3 to 6 months to get. Why am I telling you guys this? I don't know. It's just like I just sit around and I just look and it's like nobody's catching on. There are some people I talk to, people on social media, they get it, but I'm just thinking, like, I keep hearing this catchphrase or this phrase, it's going to be a cold winter, or what is it, cold winter, cold winter. I don't know. I think Biden, our president, said it's going to be a very cold winter, and people are just running with that. And I really think that it is going to be a very cold winter. So, I mean, things like, for example, and I'll mention this, and I'll let you guys do your own due diligence. This was probably maybe about a week and a half ago also. Our Vice President, Kamala Harris, was being interviewed, and she was overseas. I thought it was the Philippines, but someone corrected me and said it was, I forgot, Vietnam. It was somewhere in the east, and they were talking, and basically somehow they got on the shipping, the supply chain, and she made the comment, and it's been floating around the internet. You just have to look. You're not going to see it on regular news. They're not reporting it or going into more depth with it, but she basically said, well, if you want to have Christmas, you should start getting your stuff now. Now, when you make a statement like that, and this is coming from the White House, because this is, our vice president, she's basically, and you can take it however you want to take it. Like I said, people can watch the same thing and pull different things from it. But what I got from that was that maybe this Christmas might be a little bit tighter than all the other Christmases. I started watching the decline of Christmases, or the economy, not really starting, it's been declining. But 2018, as a reseller, flipper, I go around buying stuff, reselling it. 2018 was probably, I won't say my best year, but I would predict what would the hottest toys be. And then there's just been a decline since there. 2018, 2019, 2020 hit. Whoa, that was, real tight. And now here we are in 2021. It should be really interesting to see how Christmas is going to look, you guys. I'm just saying, I think that is a great idea if you are, if you have a big family, if you celebrate Christmas, if you go all out, you do the tree, the decorations, the gift giving and whatnot. I think definitely you should start getting your stuff as a reseller now, because I flip. A lot of people that actually watch this channel, they private message me, or they call me on my phone and whatnot, and they tell me what's going on in their state or whatnot, or how they're doing. And I'm just saying, like, for a few of them, I've just really been very blunt. I said, get your stuff now. It's September. This is usually around the time when I used to pick the hottest toy. I would be shopping all during once I saw, this is going to be the hot one, this is going to be the hot toy, I would be buying it all summer. I would start probably in August, September, October, and then of course parents. I'm a parent, but the parents don't know what they don't know. They don't know what their children wants until their children tell them. They start seeing it on YouTube. They start seeing it on Instagram. All these commercials are going to start rolling out to get your child's attention. And then the child lets the parent know. And then, of course, it's like 2 weeks before Christmas, a month before Christmas. Even in November, it's very hard to find those hot items. And, some people have already did the research, and they saw that, ahead. That's what I would do. Sometimes people will get angry with me and saying, well, you're gouging, or you got, and I'm like, wait a minute. I was buying stuff when it was on the shelf, plentiful. And actually, I want to talk about that, preparing. That'll be in the next video, guys. So definitely stay tuned to that. But stay tuned for the next video. I'm going to cut it short there. But the supply chain is very, I don't know if I want to say flawed right now. Forgive me, you guys, because it's super hot outside. I just don't know what to say. A lot of the channels that I'm watching right now, and I literally will tune in every day to watch them, are basically talking about, like I said, they're going in more depth. They're going into the analytics. They're going into charts. They're interviewing actually people that work for the ports. I forgot what the name of it is. Someone that runs the port or whatever. It was a big word, but I was like, okay, that's what they're called. Analytical something, port director, I don't know, something to that effect. It wasn't that, it was more fancier, but I'm just saying. And they were basically talking about how basically something would cost, like, so back in the day, to get a, I was going to say a trailer, not a trailer, a container would cost something between $2,000 to $5,000 to ship. So basically this is how it works. So China sends us a bunch of vacuums, towels, I don't know, whatever, right? And it costs them $2,000 to $5,000 to ship it here to the U.S. Say it takes a month, 30 days. I'm just giving you guys an example, 30 days to get here. Then when it arrives, a truck unloads it. It ships out. We put our stuff that we make here in America, which is not a lot of stuff, you guys. For example, everybody's mad that they can't find sodas. I don't drink sodas. Very rarely, maybe not even once a month, I'll drink a soda. Sodas, Gatorade bottles, stuff like that. Going back to the gentleman that owns the bottle company here in Vegas. People can't understand why it's not on the shelf. Well, because a lot of, which I just recently found out, a lot of the cans, the caps, the bottle tops, the bottle Gatorade bottles are made in China. That's a fun fact. Go run with that. Do your research. Anyways, so then we send our stuff back to China. Now the prices are rising. I think a couple weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, I started hearing rumblings of it, and I started doing the research and reading articles and whatnot, and they said that it rose to maybe $10,000 to $15,000 to ship a container on a ship from China to here. Then it went to 20,000. Now I think it's upwards to, don't quote me on this, please do your own research, comfortably between 25,000 to 30,000, depending on the product, where it's coming from, so on and so forth, just to get it here to the U.S. Anybody living in LA, I want you to go to the Long Beach port and take pictures, you guys. Take pictures and look at all the ships. Once again, going back 2-3 weeks ago, there was maybe 20 container ships waiting to come to dock, but they couldn't because of various reasons. I'll let your mind go. Then it went to 25 ships, 30. Last I heard, I would say maybe about 2 days ago, there's comfortably 44 ships out to port. Out to sea that want to come and dock, but they cannot. That's all of our Christmas stuff out there, you guys. Not all, but you know, a lot of it. So yeah, so if it's out there and they're not allowed to be, they're not being allowed to dock, you got to ask the question why. And then there's like several reasons, 4 or 5 different reasons actually. And you have to go a little further and ask, well, okay, so how can we, what's the solution? My big thing for 2021 and 2020, okay, I hear a lot of complaining, but what's the solution? So how do we get them to, one by one come to shore and unload all that stuff that us as Americans, we need in the stores? Nobody's kind of touching on that. I think that's a really good thing. Yeah, okay, we hear it. Every video, they're talking about the pictures and, how, there's 10, 15, 20, 22, 30 ships out there. Okay, so what can we do to get them to dock? How can we get them to come ashore to unload? And then when they do unload, you guys, there's another fun fact. The shortage of truckers. That's a whole nother video. Go look in the internet. There's a very short, I was going to say short demand, not short demand, but there's not a lot of truckers out there. So if there's not truckers, how are you going to ship it to the different states, the different areas, the different counties, the different stores, if you don't have truckers? It's a shit show, you guys. That's my word for 2020. It's a shit show. I'm just saying. All right, you guys, stay tuned because I want to talk about another subject. Thanks for watching. Thank you for watching Sit Down Sundays, you guys. Bye.